Hi everyone, my name is Bo Tarinan and you're listening to BuddhismBits. This is our episode number 35 and it is on why cleanliness is so important in Buddhism. Well, first of all, we must reckon that everything in this world requires cleaning, all the objects. For example, if you were to leave, an object in open area for quite some time, dust would start to settle and then it gets dirty. In the same way as the mind, if you were to leave it, naturally for quite some times, impurities would start to contaminate your mind, and impurities include greed, anger, and delusion. It would start to contaminate your mind, and that is why cleanliness is very important. You must clean your mind of these impurities as well as your ego. Well, even from monks who are considered very sacred among Buddhists, they must they have a duty of cleaning their temples on a daily basis, because temple is eventually where people come to meet the monks and listen to something very pure, which is the teachings of the Lord Buddha. That is why temples areas must be kept conducive for this pure knowledge. And also cleaning is one exercise where people normally do it alone, and that is considered to be a very good time for self-reflection. And also by keeping things around you clean, it is a way to demonstrate your self-responsibility. So if you were to, for example, leave the toilet as if the next person would feel like they were the first one to use, that is the demonstration of your self-responsibility. You are responsible for what you're using. You're responsible for the feelings of the people who are using it after you. And after you have the sense of self-responsibility, it would naturally spread to the feeling of the sense of responsibility for your family, your community, your nation, and eventually your humankind. Cleanliness is also not just in Buddhism. It is a universal goodness. It is a skill, or let's say something that everyone should have, because it is very universal. And also by being able to say apart what is dirty and what is clean, you would have a better judgment. If you can judge whether this is clean or this is dirty, you would then be able to judge what is correct, what is incorrect, what is moral, and what is immoral. So the sense of judgment would be better if you were able to differentiate what is clean and what is dirty. And also if you were to put this in practice, it would create less conflicts. So if you were to be responsible for your own things, your own rooms, your own cars, or your own areas, you would have less conflicts if you were living in a group. And that is why it is very important in Buddhism, where monks live in a very huge community or in the monastic areas. And in the end, it all comes back to the quality of the mind. If you are not able to clean the surrounding things, the outer things, properly, it would be very difficult for you to clean the mind. The mind would be exceptionally difficult if surrounding things are not clean or are not pure. So let's start off with cleaning things around us before we go deeper and clean our mind. And that is why cleaning is extremely important in Buddhism. And that's about this for this episode on why cleanliness is so important in Buddhism. If you were to have any questions, queries, comments, or suggested topics for me to talk about, feel free to reach me at BuddhismBits@gmail.com. It's BuddhismBits@gmail.com. Ehipatiko, see you soon.